Charity, played by Emma Atkins, reported Noah, Jack Downham, to the police when she discovered he had been stalking Chloe Harris, Jessica Elland, on Emmerdale. This is something the youngster held against his mother, telling her she was the reason he could end up in prison, putting an enormous strain on their relationship. However, with the chances of Noah's freedom taken away by the end of the latest episode of the ITV soap, it seems this might be the final time viewers and Charity get to see him. The installment began with Charity completely ignoring the fact it was her granddaughter Sarah Shugden's, Katie Hill, birthday as she was too distracted by Noah. As they had words the day before, she didn't end up taking her son to court as Belle Dingle, Eden Taylor Draper, took on this duty. Unable to stay away and let Noah go through the sentencing on her own, Charity turned up in court with her boyfriend, Mackenzie Boyd, Lawrence Robb. They all sat down and listened as the judge cast their verdict on what punishment the young man should receive for what he did to Chloe. Even though he and his mother were convinced he would be able to stay out of jail, unfortunately for them, this wasn't going to be the case. "You have shown a great deal of remorse for your actions, but the fact remains you went to extraordinary lengths to gain access to your victim's personal and private life," the judge began. Noah replied, "I just wanted her to like me," before he was told to stop interrupting or he would be taken to a holding cell. The judge continued as she explained, "Not only did you plant tracking software on your victim's phone, but you invaded her privacy and you physically restrained her. This will cause untold psychological trauma for years to come. And it's with that in mind that I have no choice but to sentence you to a 3-month custodial sentence," the judge declared. Furious with the verdict, Charity got to her feet in the gallery and said, "Surely you mean suspended? You cannot send him down for this." The judge confirmed she had made her decision and Noah was led down into the cells where he was going to spend the next 3 months. Charity was devastated as she left the court without her son, and the final scene of the episode saw the young man getting prepared to survive prison life. However, this might not be the case as he could fall in with the wrong crowd and end up accepting he is not making it out alive. If he were to be killed off-screen, as it is likely Noah won't be seen for a while now, Charity would feel she was at fault. It would hit her hard as she would feel her son was right and she was to blame for him being sent to prison, but those around her would remind her he needed to be punished. More than ever, she would need the support of her boyfriend Mackenzie, but he could just go on about Noah and not take her side over the fact she was supposedly to blame. Having had enough, she could lash out at those closest to her, telling them she doesn't need anyone now her son has gone. Not wanting to stick around in the village and be reminded of Noah everywhere she looks, she could plan an exit of her own. But will she ever be able to come to terms with her son's death and accept she had nothing to do with how his storyline ended? How well do you know your British soaps? How many times has Ian Beale been married in EastEnders? What is the name of Bianca Jackson and Ricky Butcher's son on EastEnders? On EastEnders in 2002, who accidentally ran Jamie Mitchell over in his car which caused his death? How many times has Corey Steve MacDonald been married? What happened to Emily Bishop in Coronation Street? Who murdered Maxine Peacock in Coronation Street in 2003? Which incident in 1993 killed off 4 characters in Emmerdale? When did the show stop being known as Emmerdale Farm? On what day did Hollyoaks air its first episode? What was the name of the much-loved Coronation Street pet dog who was put down in April 2020 after 14 years? 1996 saw the arrival of one of Hollyoaks' all-time bad boys and rival of Kurt Benson, but who is he? Who is the longest-serving character on Coronation Street? Who shot Phil in EastEnders? How many fires have there been at Corey's Rover's return? Get out of my pub, you're no soaps fan. You're either too young to remember the big lines or have better things to do on weekday evenings. Casual viewer, you watch them sometimes so you kinda know what's been going on. Die-hard fan, you love watching the soaps so much your entire week is planned around when they air. The actress who plays Charity, Emma, has addressed her character's relationship with Sarah as well, meaning she could lose two of her loved ones at the same time. Fed up with being pushed out of the picture in favor of Noah, Sarah decides it's about time she moves on and goes to live elsewhere. Charity will plead with her not to go, but it seems the youngster's mind is set, and with the possibility of Noah being killed off, she would never be able to step into his light. Emma explained, "It's love-hate with the Dingles. You can fall in and out of love in a heartbeat, but they always come around in the end. I think Sarah's attitude is you've forgotten my birthday, but after a couple of scenes of them discussing it at length, Sarah does understand why Charity did it." Emma continued, "She's hurt, and rightly so. Sarah is her granddaughter and you're not going to forget your granddaughter's birthday." Although Charity has forgotten birthdays many a time, the actress continued, "If Sarah does end up staying, Charity could try to make up for the things she missed out on with Noah and compensate with her granddaughter." However, having been so neglectful of Sarah over the past few months, Charity could go about things the wrong way by being there 24/7. Will she strike the right balance and let herself grieve for her son?